that wall just now. Very cheeky. Surprise! Oh no! She was surprised instead!
You jinxed it! What have you done? I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. It's gonna be best with that second though. Not opening, but second. What do you call breaking the wall here?
Brick by boring brick.
Some people call it Minecraft.
That's about right? Take out the block and maybe find your way on through. But on to more serious business. Alter Ego. They have a potential split onto this B side.
There.
2 anchors within it, being Capricious and Rosie. So they have more than enough to try and go for this fight. I'm not sure if Rosie has her rendezvous set up. It doesn't seem to be the case. There is a star here on the default plant to potentially pull it away. Yeah, Alter Ego. The time's bleeding, not in their favor.
30 seconds left.
You need to hurry. And without nabbsky, it's really hard to get that information, especially for these corners. Regardless, they still do have an enerii. That Haunt not getting that value, regardless. You take that space. Haunt with your hand in the cookie jar. She still makes it out. She gets 2! My God, Rosie!
10 seconds left.
Again and again. You catch me
timing.
off guard.
Just perfectly placed. Put right on the money. Now Alluka's left out in the open. The drought here. Way too dry for Alter Ego to pull out. That was a perfect haunt coming from Rosie.
Standing.
It's a laptop buff, if anything.
Nobody was peeking, except for the very, very last moment.
Yeah. You like that discipline, huh?
I'm not
Want more?
disciplined. Whoa.
Whoa.
Don't bring me into whatever it is that you're trying to.
Valorant.
Yes.
Yes, it's all...
That's why I'm not a pro player. I have 0 discipline.
Found one.
Same.
I will ego peek.
Same. I will put an extra cup of sugar in my coffee.
Oh no. That's not
Look
good.
at this nade. Ow, that hurts. Alluka taking the brunt of it. Alter Ego. Their eco. Not looking too swell. Not just yet. Yeah, opening pick here on the enerii. Nothing much really to be expected. If we can take apart this art defense, that would be great for them. But it's easier said than done, especially when Bess is at the helm of it. Yeah, this is done.
Flawless.
We love a teammate like Kamiyu.
Rounds. 2 more serious things.
Yeah, it looks like the defense for ZOL has been very solid. Personally, for me,
Yeah.
I think that Pearl has been a lot more kinder to the attack side, but the responses coming in from ZOL have been great. But now, look at the weaponry, full arsenal here from AECL, and they want to push up. That Haunt is going to give them all the information they need. Now, you can see how they're playing this. That mid control coming through is just really good. And if you remember as well, isn't this the same map that ZOL MERAKI struggled in today?
It was. Versus W Streak. So, it's not a great map for them by any means. Same composition we saw them pull up against W Streak. I mean, same is the same thing for Ego Celestè as well. No real change is there. Double controller once more, still keeping on out. But actually, no, let me correct myself. There seems to be duelist this time. So, very different composition they bring to the table. Actually grabbed this no duelist composition a while ago. It worked quite well. Bess finds a pick off. Eisberg follows up, and Ego Celestè. They have utility in spades. That's what they want to use to accomplish their goal.
Starting to see those double swings come through from AECL. They are playing together, and it's great because there's so many different angles to play around. It's very different than ZOL MERAKI here. You're not seeing that refrag potential unless they have the setup for that cross. And in this situation, it's kind of hard because they're so segregated, but Capricious is going to be finding Ayumiii in the end. But with Rosie, she is so very low, has to play it safe. She does have the Spectre, but it's no good for those long range. You hear that tap come through, Eisberg is ready and primed for that. She also has one more snake bite if she has to, but nabbsky is going to be a little bit faster. Regardless, they do lose 2 members out of that, so that's 2 guns out of the round.
That's even considering the fact that it's a long rotate, because the sites do have some general okay positions. Not great, but okay positions for the defense to play in. And so they've got some, at least, you know, power anchor positions to work off of here on Pearl. Haunt on out there towards the lobby. Spots out information through that window. Now Alter Ego trying to cut the noise, trying to see if they can maybe find the cheeky timing here. Catch one on out. Mija wins that fight though. That shuts down Ayumiii. Luckily for Alter Ego, they still got Eisberg on that Viper, so they still have some sort of smoke, some sort of concealment to walk themselves in. That's what we're talking about. Concealed. Kamiyu taken for surprise, taken for another round. They're going into this though, and capriciouS is at the ready with that op. She gets denied from rendezvousing back on now. Tried to go for the no-scope with that 0 point. Now she's going to be fended off for the meantime. Eisberg, snakebite to make sure that capriciouS can't peek just yet, but she finds a sliver to be able to squeeze through. nabbsky finds one, the trade comes on in, but the 3v2 is going to be difficult. She retrieves the op, which is the right decision actually here, considering she is low HP. Gonna make things a lot easier for her to contest with. Let's see if she finds a pick off of it though. But Alluka's low. Great pick here on the best. And now she's just made this round much more winnable. Fragment out to make sure B-Link isn't pushed in this moment. Has to retrieve the spike. But on the cross, Mija catches Alluka looking the wrong way. nabbsky at the ready. Finds one. The time is ticking. She can stick the plant here. But the spam on through can make things work. There's no more time. She should have stuck the defuse. She should have stuck the plant rather. But she was pressured here by Rosie. And Rosie once more, so formidable in those clutches, so reliable.
Haven.
The mind games here, Josh, coming to play.
Oh yeah, girls are also good at that too.
Can't use
I reserve my right and exercise my right to holding my tongue and not saying anything more.
Oh man. Regardless, for Eisberg,
Glad for the amendments.
aren't you scared?
I am quite. Stop putting me in this position, Scott.
They know that there's someone here. nabbsky is quick to fight Rosie with the wall bang. Alluka switches out. She only has one single bullet. That might just be enough, but this smoke will potentially deter them from pushing through. Best played this very dangerous corner. She still gets one. That Roomba is gonna just zone them out of the way. But here comes the party. She gets only one, but it was still good enough to stop the march ahead from AECL.
Yeah, that could have been a double. At least comes to pass. They're not in too much trouble just yet. 2v3. Bulldog in the hands of Mija. Waiting to smoke. I think they confirm
30 seconds left.
someone is on here on site. She dodges out. Swings. But too slow there. capriciouS could not confirm the kill. Alluka up close. Converts the round. And what a...
It's a joke that she caught a whole rocket for her, but no, she dodged it. Well, she didn't dodge it, just passed by. Regardless, capriciouS. Suppress. Oh
you're
no,
dead.
she's stuck on there. She's so low. That spray's not to take her out. Kamiyu, you're in the corner. Gets caught out here. Alluka is just pressing W so aggressively. And Rosie, not gonna get spotted out. Saved by that Viper wall. Can she at least get one is the question. Not showing at all in the corner, but eventually spots out her classic. And very quick to react to that information. And one by one, they get picked off by the members of AECL.
That's such a great heads up here from Alter Ego as nabbsky gets the kill. Knowing that ZOL are on the eco, they're going to be playing up close. And so they fragment out as Ayumiii gets the final one of the round. They fragment out that corner in the pocket.
Cautious. How many utils were thrown out? One behind the pillar and the fragment used in that corner just to clear out because they know that ZOL MERAKI likes playing these aggressive angles. And we talked about ZOL MERAKI always learning and doing these micro adjustments, but so does AECL. It's very tiny checking these corners that way, but this time they're not even dry peeking. You want to make sure that if they go to Berlin, it's going to be clean, but it's going to be Mija with the opening pick onto Ayumiii.
Once again, it's the second time around she's found Ayumiii here towards A main. Mija just making sure that's locked down and in the control of ZOL, as much as they can at least. Defensive side here for ZOL. Tour de force on out. Coming here for capriciouS, and she has been an absolute menace for any team that comes up against her with an operator in her hands.
No one on mid side this time. Can see the change. No longer is the priority on that mid side. But Tour de Force now out. Holding the line as Alluka just waits. She's not even going to show herself just yet. It's hard to get this pick. You're as
30
well.
seconds left.
All they have to do is wait for that to answer with their own nightfall. Kamiyu does find Neri. Look at Kamiyu through the smoke, just spams it!
One enemy
They
remains.
do get one, a capriciouS does find another one in return. That information coming through from Rosie has been huge! Interesting so many times that it's really hard to read one another. And considering this is the first time they're meeting, it's honestly really, really great match to see.
This is Ultra Ego Celeste. Looking a bit shakier than their Pearl map was a while ago. Their Haven, better than it was versus X10. The Pearl, slightly getting worse as the time progresses. Let's see if that is amended here. Early damage. Eisberg gets tagged quite up a bit. This art push, look at that flash. It was supposed to aid them, and it just makes things more difficult.
Look at how many utilities are thrown through, and Bess is just weaving left and right. She still gets the opening onto Eisberg. This lady is fearless. Throw whatever you want. She still will get it in the end.
Enerii here with a Hunt. Quickly denied though, but they win both fights. That's exactly what Alter Ego needed to do. Now the site could be theirs. Only defender on it's going to be Mija. She has such a big task. If she can find a kill here, that's going to be worth, but she really needs to find two to get her full due out of this position. Cosmic Divide isolates them, divides them away from this, not able to push through as the plant goes down, and now the post plant here in Alter Ego's favor.
ECL playing off-site, potentially waiting for any of those flanks. CapriciouS still waiting. Walls out the area, giving them some space for that defuse. A little bit too late here to break it early, but they too have their own Cosmic Divide. Ayumiii pulled inside, but Kamiyu will find a Neri. Kamiyu also with the classic. That's all she needs. She sticks it, but eventually gonna go down. Kamiyu answering. Kamiyu with a 4K. She gets it in the end. What a great recovery mid-round from ZOL MERAKI.
She played that absolutely perfectly here, Kamiyu. Kamiyu going big.
ZOL MERAKI still holding on to their lead. It's only a 2-point lead, but it's pretty huge given the circumstances. Suppression comes through, this time from nabbsky. No utilities can be used from their end, and the other members of ZOL just hold strong. All they need right now is just perfect aim if possible. But they're just gonna wait out the storm, weathering it at the end of the day. They still get one. It's gonna be Bess with the great opening. The pain shells as well. Thrown out. capriciouS gets it. What a great bait. But Kamiyu as well pushes out. She fears nothing. Here comes Enerii. Pushes out on the wall. Now she has to find a different way to a different site. Immediately, Ayumiii on the other side as well. Gonna try and meet up with her teammates. But for Rosie and the other members, they're just holding on strong to their sites. B is perfectly open.
But they've double backed out. They faked the rotate. They're actually looking to commit once more here towards A main. They know that Art is really cut off because of that barrier being put up right before her death, Kamiyu, but this allows them to still go towards A main. So they're double backing onto this. Enerii has to be sure she's the first one to peek. She's a lower HP player, so she should be the one making contact in this case.
She's all
leave her in a
alone.
difficult spot, but Ayumiii still gets it. The 2v1, and this is why you do not want to split up in this type of situation, because at best, you're going to end up in a 1v1, at worst, a 1v2, and it's never going to favor out that defensive side. So you want to stick together, play the 2v2 retake, or play the 2v2 anchor hold, and Enerii secures around. Alter Ego, what a recovery. Shake up ZOL on this defense. Trying to hit them from many different angles, keep him guessing, as you said. And that's what Alter Ego have to utilize, especially in a map like Pearl here, where a wrong rotation with wrong timing can really punish the defense because of how long the rotates could be.
Well, just by time, giving them all the information they need. Quick rotations coming through. You can see where exactly Bess was coming from, but Ayumiii was pretty much ready for her. It's really hard to flank this time. It's AECL. Their senses heightened. They know exactly what to expect from the ZOL MERAKI playbook. Enerii fears nothing. She does get tagged using that haunt just to give her some information. Rosie keeping out of sight. Forced to give away that space. They're going to be wall banging that Mija moving away. Look at this. How aggressively they are pushing. Even with the Prowler. Won't double dip is the question to see. But for now, look at that. Alluka gets one. But not enough for two as Rosie has to back off.
Good snapback here. 5v3. Oh no, capriciouS right in the nick of time. Her headhunter just gets completely nullified, taken out of the equation. Kamiyu's found the rifle, but no, she goes for the res! And Mija, not able to protect her in that case. 3v2, like that 3v1. This round is looking to be done. So 1v2, still winnable for Mija, so not out of the question. Plan should go down, Tosh.
No worries at all for them, but it's Mija all alone in a 1v2 situation once again. He has been great at this, but nabbsky, a little bit faster in that first contact.
Alter Ego. They've got the op here now on the attacking side for Alluka to try and counter-snipe capriciouS, who has been really dominating these longer sight lines for ZOL's favor. They've got the res to utilize here for ZOL. Alter Ego, you want to make sure as well that they can minimize how effective that can be.
Best thing hidden. She's always been inside of Heart, so it's not too hard to predict that she's gonna be there. She's done that. I call it box play twice in a row, and Best will slow down their play with her own pain shells. But not before she does get suppressed. Regardless, AECL still taking this gingerly, not wanting to rush it, not wanting to get picked off one by one, because we know ZOL, once they get that pick off, their aggression goes to level 3.
Okay, we're using spices as adjectives now.
What? I said aggression goes to level 3! How is
Gingerly.
that?
Basily. I don't know. I mean, Best
Look at Best.
finds the one before backing off, but double dips. You should know at this point.
No.
Never to dip into the sauce more than once. It's
There's a
common
lot of
courtesy.
food usage here, and we're all hungry at this point. For more action, rather.
It's
Rosie
dinner time.
gets one a little bit too early, but she still gets two in the end. Ayumiii stops at Kamiyu. Great for the save. Alluka finds Kamiyu in the end. Can Alluka make something happen? Yes, she can. Mija, where were you looking?
Great half for them. Even if they win this 6-6.
Play, let's play.
Who they want to play is the question here. Vicious gives away her positioning. Down the trail as well. Sends 2 out. That's both Prowlers used at the same time. That's how much pressure they want to exert onto this particular route to the site. Regardless for Alluka, she's not going to get any value. Just waiting for the gas to go down, and Kamiyu, one wrong step would mean the pop of her head. And she probably knows that there might be an Alluka in this particular area.
Yeah. She knows the tour de force has been popped, so really doesn't want to overcommit to checking these angles. All she has to do is make sure they don't come up close to her.
Neri? Ooh! Both of them safe. Key! And both of them get tagged! Look at that!
Low. Enerii on the opening here, Tosh. capriciouS goes down. That's the op removed of the equation. Alter Ego Celeste, they have the site for themselves. No, not really leaving anybody to wait within that B-link. They do have the mid-presence anyways from Ayumiii. Kamiyu pushes out though, but only good for one in that case.
nabbsky, great pick. Not allowing the heal to come through, but Alluka not moving at all. That's undisciplined. No collateral. But for now, Mija will be the one to find nabbsky. Rosie onto Eisberg.
Whoa.
Very, very big. The defuse gets a tap, rather. Rosie still finds Alluka in Vienna. Ayumiii very sneakily comes through. Are they aware? No? Yes, because it's
What?
Mija once again. Mija making it big. ending the round 7-5. For this rare situation, we see AECL lagging behind ZOL MERAKI by 2 points. But now that the tables are turned, let's see how this will go as Eisberg really gonna be caught out. Not Eisberg, rather nabbsky. Best is always so good with those opening shots, and once again, nothing changes.
Eisberg, they don't really come out of that without even any damage done here for Alter Ego Celeste, so this is looking dangerous for them. Pearl worked out the first time around versus Extend, but this is a different team. Spike down on the ground, the retake to come in here, Tosh, for Alter Ego.
This is really scary as Mija once again.
Oh, that's big.
Worked really good. Find Ayumiii out of the way. Look at looking at Alluka finds her in the end.
What a fake.
But it's huge. Alluka only with 6 HP left. Eisberg, how are you going to push out here? As Best playing a very dangerous corner here. She gets 2. Good enough. Gets the tap. Kamiyu as well. And capriciouS, the only one who can do something about it. But she weaves in and out. And it's going to be AECL. They get on top. I don't think they have time.
No time? Oh my goodness. Just barely scraped it out in the end. So difficult to try and win those out, and they were both low HP. A single bullet would have killed either of them. So
everyone was low.
Everyone was low.
Oh man.
By all means. Down low, low.
Wow, your age is
Apple
showing.
bottom jeans.
Your age is definitely showing there.
What do you mean? You're the auntie.
Whoa, I'm grandma. What are you talking about? Regardless,
Oh, sorry to offend.
Quickly taking out space. This is the change we see from AECL. Look how far away they're waiting. They want to wait for this push. Really flashes, but the sprays come through from capriciouS. Our nasty finds nabbsky. Rosie finds Eisberg. But there is a trade, but not before 2 more goes down. We only lose 1 in this round. Ayumiii trying to catch 1 out. She might just be able to. capriciouS to save the day. And Rosie breathes a sigh of relief.
It's all, especially looking at their positioning. Spike from that shop. Just be careful it doesn't get thrown away.
Please, through the smoke. Nothing left to chance. Every corner checked, every smoke pushed out. Regardless, nabbsky holding this deep corner. Let's get a little tagged. Nothing to worry about though. She's not moving at all. For ZOL MERAKI, this is a very big change in pace for them. They want the mid control, but at the same time, they don't want to go too aggressive toward Art. Not getting that instant pick there, but capriciouS does take a lot of damage.
Well, she's able to get healed back up. Luckily, they got a Sage. Hooray.
Yay, we love Sage.
Oh, yeah.
That's the opening there. From capriciouS onto Alluka, finding a counterpart. Gets a gun upgrade as well. That's huge as Eisberg and Mary gets 2 in the meantime. You might think that you might get away with something, but AECL takes more.
So here's the lesson. Never bring the spike through B-Link when you're going for a split push. You want it to go
30 seconds
from
left.
long. You don't want it to go on the back line, which has a much higher chance of failing compared to that long push where the attackers have a bit more advantage. So ZOL MERAKI, they find that firsthand.
It's really hard to push through that Viper smoke. Mija does get the trade at least onto Eisberg. And Neri pushing out, and Neri sprays through, finds Mija. No more time. It's only 1 person to worry about. capriciouS. She gets the backstab. She gets 2. No more time. But what does it matter? They won, but at what cost? No, when I get dropped in Valor, I throw my mouse. Broke. 1 mouse already.
Why?
Because I got...
You threw it?
Yeah, by accident.
Oh. Thrower. Tosh confirmed. Reported.
Alright, I always have an extra, and the plant will come through this time. It's a lot more, I would say, definite the way they take space this time. They've conditioned AECL to watch mid, but little did they know they were running straight through B long. nabbsky waiting on the side just to enable her teammates with that flash. Kamiyu does get marked and decayed as well, but no follow-up.
Perfect
The flash comes through perfectly done. Alluka finds Kamiyu. Best pushing up forward. She gets 1. Not before Neri trades her out in return. capriciouS is planted for her. She pops off 1 hit. Trademark does get found. She She spams it.
Smoke, though.
She still finds nabbsky. Can it be 3? She pushes out forward. Diffuse does come through. That slow is not doing her any favors. Ayumiii still gets it. Needs to find the time. But there's no more. ZOL hitting 10 points.
Their economy doesn't always reflect that, so we want to see them be a bit more, I guess, preemptive in some of these rounds and just not make a lot of the mistakes that we know Ultra Ego are great at punishing, but Ultra Ego haven't seen themselves in this series. ZOL been looking like a really good matchup in return.
How do you face an opponent who can just drastically change their game type microly and macroly? Is that really a word? I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you can make up words. You're the caster, not them.
Close coming through from Kamiyu as well, just to slow down. Followed up by the peen shells as well as Nightfall. Best gets Ayumiii as well. That is nasty. That's the same sort of setup that we saw in Haven. Now used to their advantage. And Neri, she tries to jump on the wall. They do hear the fall as well. They take their time. Best finds nabbsky. She gets 3 already. Best just on a roll. Not before Alluka shoots Kamiyu straight in the face. Alluka, last person still alive. No one wants to peek her. Who wants to challenge an op when Best can be given a 4K instead?
It was a great gravity well, though. Going a full 9 map day here today.
Here. Also,
Adaptability. Alluka forced off out of her sight. Look to the trademark as well. Already taken out. Eventually, nothing can be seen here as Eisberg will be playing inside the pit, but it seems like they are going to challenge her. She goes back inside. Toxin is running out, so at least no wall, no toxic orb. The rest just wait for the snake to come out for air. Perhaps they can get her antsy, but Ayumiii does get caught out here. Fast pushes coming through. She knows absolutely nothing. But she places very, very defensive corner. And immediately you can see it come through, but no party is coming out of it. Trade on trade as ZOL, Kamiyu, and Rosie take one each. Gets the revive at least. They may have burned the showstopper, but they do get the player back in the game.
That was incredible tracking there. Coming from Ayumiii to shut down the showstopper. Eisberg goes big. I don't think she expects this. There should be a free kill for Mija as soon as she comes around the corner.
Enemy remaining.
Okay, not as clean as we would have liked, but hey, they got the kill anyways. 1v3 operator. It has to be saved. And Ultra Ego, they have yet to really do much on their defensive side, if at all.
They tried to establish that mid control with the Viper's Pit, but they just walked around it. They didn't even realize that she passed through. Alluka? Trying to catch those exit frags. They are very, very separated. Ooh. Don't do it. Yes. She waits. Is she going through? Oh, no!
But I'm not expecting much more of that because ZOL MERAKI, they look so on point right now. Ultra Ego look lost. They have a timeout to call, but they haven't burned it this half.
Does get destroyed. Rosie suppressed, gives up that space. Aggression coming through from Ultra Ego. Unfortunately, Alluka not landing her shots. Reposition is good enough. That's enough information for her. She finds a different way to play this. All of these utils, it's not going to be good for her. Not allowing her that space to see, but the Viper's Pit as well. As the box is fueled by some time. Eisberg, she spots Best's head. Sprays through, but she eats the damage. Alluka does find Kamiyu in the end. Alluka still stays alive regardless. Best still finds one. Eisberg, wallbang, nabbsky finds capriciouS in the end. That's with the Spectre. Best does get pulled, but it doesn't really matter to her.
What's happening?
She repositions herself. Neri does find Rosie in the end. Best, she ain't scared by Alluka. She plays a very aggressive stance. She wants to take this back. Mija, final person alive. What can she do when the spike is being held by a chamber with an op?
Apparently not much. She had 2 stars to utilize, but still, she's out for the count. And
You know High School Musical?
That's the reference.
Wow, you're a TikToker.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm offended. I'm offended, but I'll let it pass. had many shots today
Oh
against each other.
man.
Yeah.
Now we see
So-
a very, I would say, slower pace this time from ZOL MERAKI. They can bait if they want to, but look at where Ayumiii is. I don't know if they suspect that she's there, but leave nothing to chance. Kamiyu, where are you looking? Look at that flash!
flash.
It's so good! Yes,
Spike
Kamiyu,
down A.
five as well. Ayumiii, there's nothing. He pushes through Capricious. She suspects there's an Ayumiii inside of that smoke.
Yeah, doesn't have to take the risk of pushing through it here, Ayumiii. She's gotten the pick, and that's all they really need. When you have the player count advantage, you don't have to go for big risks anymore. Simply play the trade game, and if it's done well, then things should go their way. The art push coming in here for ZOL.
It's coming through. They're pushing out. Capricious will lead the charge here. Mija gonna get caught out by Ayumiii. They
30
know where
seconds left.
exactly she is. Capricious is suppressed. Can't move forward. Flash comes through. Not the flash, rather. That's the fragment. enerii pushing up. Is she good for one? No, not quite. The double swing catches her off guard. nabbsky playing for time. She does still have one more flash. Ayumii's so very low. Unfortunately, the plant does come through. Iceberg finds
Spike
rosie.
down.
Stops
Yeah, they're trapped.
mid-plant.
One
Ayumiii in
enemy
the 3K
remaining.
right now. What are you gonna do, Capricious? It is 1 versus 3 teleports away.
It's so difficult to get this plant down.
enough, eh?
The A site here on
And I
she's
don't
been spectacular.
exactly. And for ZOL MERAKI, they've had some really, really strong
Where are
thrifties.
you?
And I think that sometimes, when I was talking to Trix before, she said that players have a different mindset when it comes to eco rounds. That's why they play a little bit more aggressive, but their shots are always so huge. Not Alluka will be able to get that shot. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get it. And then here's the
Playing
utils coming through. But they know that there's someone else.
Could have double scoped, zoomed in.
Barrier created.
Would have landed that shot, but they're going for this B split this time around. They're within this back site. Now, there is a rendezvous for her to back off of, but that's going to destroy the rendezvous
Oh
actually
my
in that
God.
pink shell. Iceberg's good for one, but they're trapped between the rock and a hard place, so this actually works out for ZOL. They're able to retrieve the rifle because of it, too. This could be where they make their mark. This could be where they end this map.
This is huge, but it's still 3-on-3. enerii makes her presence known here, but at least there's no slow. Capricious holding the line. Here comes Cosmic Divide. Oh! Mija is the one to find Ayumiii, and enerii finds Mija in the end. Kamiyu trains out with nabbsky. As Capricious finds it! They win it! With a thrifty! What on earth? ZOL MERAKI surprising us over and over again!